The upcoming F1 2026 season is looking like it could be one of the biggest Formula 1 shakeups of the past decade. The new regulations have introduced completely new cars, meaning it's a total reset for the entire grid and therefore an opportunity for teams who have been languishing at the back or in the midfield to move up the order in a big way. As the first on-track testing is rapidly approaching, I thought it would be a fun idea to go over the current rumours and speculation and see what pre-testing predictions we can come up with in terms of the team order. There's already been a fair amount of controversy regarding potentially illegal engines, which may very well give certain teams a massive advantage from day one. It wouldn't be a rumours video if we didn't start with the massive scandal that recently broke out involving Mercedes and Red Bull, which involves, according to the race, the exploitation of a regulation grey area, allegedly resulting in an increased compression ratio while the engine is running, which would theoretically provide additional performance. It seems, however, that this grey area has been deemed legal by the FIA, at least for now. Mercedes seem to be already the favourite in terms of estimated performance for the upcoming season. However, the engine compression drama has only reinforced their provisional position at the top of the ladder in my eyes. It goes without saying that Mercedes customer teams will also be set to theoretically profit from this compression advantage, meaning teams such as McLaren, Williams and now Alpine may very well perform better than currently expected. Red Bull, or I suppose now Red Bull Ford Powertrains, is the second outfit that has apparently exploited this grey area in the regulations and gained a potential advantage through increased compression. Not only would this increase their overall performance, but it is an indicator that the engineers over at Red Bull Ford have hit the ground running when it comes to their understanding of the power unit regulations, which is a good sign for the future. This advantage would also benefit the sister team VCARB, potentially propelling them further up the order as well. Another rumour that has been circulating is in regards to Aston Martin and a potential fuel advantage. Remember, the different engine manufacturers are each partnered with a different fuel provider, with Aston Martin and Honda sourcing their fuel from Aramco. The quality of the fuel itself is important for engine performance, and according to Grada 3's reporting, it is rumoured that Aramco, with their existing experience with providing synthetic fuel to F2 and F3, may have developed a fuel that surpasses that of the other suppliers, providing them with an advantage that may put them back on par with the Mercedes engine. So here's my order for the teams in reverse. So I think Audi are going to struggle at preseason testing. They're doing their whole drivetrain. It's a new endeavour for them. They partner with Sauber, but this time there's so much more going on as like a factory team for Audi. I think they'll have got it wrong. So I think they'll be playing catch up during the season. Just above Alpine, I think it will be Haas. I don't think Haas will have been able to benefit from the new regulations as some of the other big kind of factory teams, Audi excluded. So I think Haas, who did impress in 2025 with Oliver Behrman and also Esteban Ocon, I think Haas will be near the bottom of the pecking order. Alpine as well. I think Alpine will be down there. Even though Alpine now have the Mercedes engine, and like we said, the Mercedes engine will be an advantage, I don't think Alpine are going to be the team that are going to really exploit it. Alpine were a complete mess in 2025. The whole team seems like a mess, with Flavio Briatore coming in, Jack Doohan being dropped, Franco Colapinto coming in, not seemingly doing any better. I think the team is a bit of a mess, so I don't think Alpine are going to be near the top either. Next up, coming up, I'm going to say VCARB. I think it will be half decent for VCARB. They'll have their moments in testing, but I just don't think VCARB will have had the focus, the resources that the main Red Bull team is going to get. So I'm going to keep VCARB down there as well. Next up, I'm going to go Cadillac. I think Cadillac are going to have a decent first season. I think they'll do better than Audi. I think they'll have a good first test as well. I think their package is better than Audi when it comes to the experience they have in the team. They've got both Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez just in the driver lineup, but also behind the scenes, I think they've been doing really good preparation using a Ferrari engine, but I think they're going to do okay. And just above them, I'm going to have Ferrari. I think that's going to be disappointing for a Ferrari, but I just can't see this Ferrari kind of unit at the moment with Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton trying to cater to both those drivers. The way they dropped off in 2025, I just don't think it's going to be a fantastic 2026 for Ferrari. I think it's going to be real bad news for Lewis Hamilton. Above Ferrari, I'm going to go for Williams. We're going to start to see Williams go near the top of the rankings here in Formula 1. They've had some good results, particularly with Carlos Sainz in recent months. But I think really Williams with this Mercedes engine, they've been focused on 2026 for such a long time. I think they're going to be climbing the rankings. And just above them, I'm going to have Red Bull. I think Red Bull, you can never count them out with Max Verstappen in the team. And I think Ford won't want to have an embarrassing re-entry into Formula One. I think Ford will be taking this seriously. Red Bull are going to be unveiling their livery, at least, maybe their car, earlier than everyone else as well. So Red Bull are confident. Ford want to be there. They want to be prominent. I think Red Bull are going to be there with Max Verstappen as well. Okay, for P3, I'm going Aston Martin F1. A couple of reasons why. Firstly, Adrian Newey's now been there just long enough to really influence the 2026 car, the aerodynamics there. We know he's an aerodynamics genius, but also there's been a power struggle at Aston Martin, and he seemingly is taking control. Team principal at Aston Martin, kind of no one saw this coming, but that means it's going to be maybe less compromised on what he wants to do with the 2026 car. And then when you combine him with Fernando Alonso, remember Alonso, the most experienced driver in Formula One, he's been there, done it in multiple regulation eras. There's basically no one else like him on the grid. Maybe Lewis Hamilton a close second, but I think that combination is going to be fantastic for 2026, but there could be change of the direction, there could be FIA technical directives, there could be fast-moving improvements or breakthroughs that other teams have to kind of copy or improve. So I'm going to go Aston Martin for P3. Then for P2, I'm going to put McLaren. Obviously, the Constructors' Champions for 2 years in a row. They've got the Mercedes engine. They've got the aero package. They'll be able to develop a good 2026 car. Will have developed a good 2026 car. But I think they are focused so much potentially on 2025, it could hurt them slightly, and it will come down to small margins. So my team that's going to top pre-season testing is going to be Mercedes. I just think Mercedes is going to be a return to form. They'll have the aero, they'll have the drivetrain as well. They'll be in pole position. It could be George Russell following Lando Norris as another British Formula 1 World Drivers' Champion. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with me or not? There's not too long to go, but let's see what we think of the rankings before pre-season testing, and make sure to subscribe to Formula Fan TV for more.